Hey there guys, good afternoon. I know it's been a while guys, but I've been a little, trying to play catch up. I've got a few things going on. We're still working on buses, engines, stuff like that, but I've been a little preoccupied. I'm going to be starting I started working for a school. It's RGV vocational staffing, so I'm going to start teaching, after school. I'm going to be teaching a class for ASC 5 automotive brakes, so been trying to get ready for that, getting all my stuff done on the computer, stuff like that, prepping for that class. But found a little bit of time. I need to catch up on the work that I have at home. So here we have a 2004 4300 box truck with a DT466. Guys, before I forget, this truck belongs to, I don't know if you guys remember, I worked on a truck. I built an engine for Patrick from Dallas. Well, this particular truck came from a friend of his. So Patrick kind of referred him to me, and this gentleman brought his truck over. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but it's called Shadrach, and he's from Dallas also. Works for the same company as Patrick, so got this one, and I still have that Caterpillar C7 that I haven't started. And I got another truck that came in, and this one came from San Antonio, Angel. I'm going to be starting to work on that one. Well, I'm going to check it tomorrow just to see what I got to order, and I probably won't get to it till I'm done with this one. So, well, see, here you have that DT466. It's a 2004, so it's a little different than the ones we've worked on before. This one, it's still the same engine. It just has components are kind of bolted up in a different way. I'll show you as we go along, but it's still a DT466E. And on this one, owner states that pressure is building up in his reservoir, allowing coolant to flow or to be puked out of it. And basically that happens when he's doing anything exceeding 45 miles an hour. So, well guys, we started draining the water out of the radiator so we can yank it out. And look at the water. It smells like diesel. I can see white stains floating on top of the water, and then of course I can see a little bit of oil, but the water shouldn't turn white, dude. That to me, it smells like diesel. It's going to be contamination. Well guys, remove both hoses, radiator hoses. Removed all the little hoses off the reservoir, disconnected the AC lines, disconnected all the brackets and mounts, and we're going to go ahead and remove that radiator to make it easier to remove that head and work on this engine. Sorry about the light, the glare of the light, guys, but there you go. As you can see, we have a clearer view of the engine. It'll just make it easier for us to work on it. So let me go ahead and get this radiator out of the way and continue with this one. Well guys, I'm going to go ahead and remove the air cleaner box. I'm just going to kind of clear up some of this clutter so that I can give you a better view of the engine. Alright, again on this one, it is going to be an in-frame, but I do want to find the cause for all that white junk in the coolant reservoir, and that pressure going into that reservoir. I'm going to try and see if I can show you guys where all this was happening and why. Either injector cup, head gasket, head itself, I mean whatever. I'm going to try and find the cause, and hopefully I can show you guys, hopefully it's visible to where I can show you guys where all that was coming from. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and continue taking this apart. I'm going to do it in time lapse, guys. Well guys, I already disconnected the power from the batteries. I forgot to tell you that. That's the first thing we do. Kill the power to the batteries. And right now, I'm just basically taking a whole bunch of parts off. Kind of clear the way so we can go ahead and take that head off. We're still quite a bit away from it. We're not close yet, but we will. Let me go ahead and time frame this or time lapse this. I mean, I'm just removing an alternator, guys. Well, guys, I haven't removed the fan because I need to go get my wrench to get that fan off. So I'm going to go ahead and take off a couple of other things, and then I'll just go get my fan clutch wrench. So let me go ahead and take this little box off the front, and then I'll go get that wrench and take the fan off to expose a whole bunch of other stuff. So I mean, we're closer to the head than we were earlier. I just got to remove. I'm going to go ahead and unbolt that exhaust manifold with the turbo connected to it and just kind of pull it aside. Then I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all the right side, or left side, sorry, intake plenum. I'm going to take the fuel lines, all that little stuff off, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that head off with the intake plenum. So let me go ahead and get this little sucker out of here, move it out of the way, and then we'll get to that fan clutch. One more. Come on, baby. Well, guys, I can't find my tool for my fan clutch, so I'm going to go ahead and continue, getting whatever I can off, and I'll just go ahead and get that tool from the shop tomorrow and bring it with me so I can go ahead and get that fan clutch out of the way. I know it looks odd, it's not supposed to be there, but I don't have the tool to remove it with, so I don't want to hit it with a chisel or nothing like that. I'm going to try to use a wrench. So I'm just going to go ahead and go around that and continue. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and get this valve cover off. It's a whole bunch of little 10 millimeters. So let me just go ahead and get all the bolts off, and then I'll come back to, I'm going to go ahead and time lapse this, and then I'll just come back when I'm removing that valve cover. All right? Bear with me, guys. Well, guys, make sure you push that connector for the injector harness into the valve cover, because that stays behind. Don't try to yank that valve cover with that connector in place. Just push it in. And also, there is I don't know if you can see that, but there's a breather tube. You can barely see it back there. There's a breather tube coming off of the valve cover down the side of the engine. It's held by a 50 millimeter bolt. Go ahead and don't forget to remove that little pipe, and then you can go ahead and pull that valve cover off. So let me go ahead and get those off, and then pull that thing out. Let's see what the inside looks like. Well, guys, now that we got that breather pipe off and the harness is pushed into the valve cover, let's go ahead and pull that valve cover off. Removing that head off of that engine without taking that fan off. I'm going to use a hoist to lift that sucker up, and hopefully it'll clear the fan and I can just get the fan off tomorrow. But let me try and see if I can get that head off today. Right now, let me go ahead and get those injectors off. I'm going to use a little wrench, 8 millimeter, and loosen up those bolts and pull those injectors off. I'm not going to show you, and I'm going to go ahead and do it in time lapse. When we put them back together, I'll go ahead and do it on true time. And guys, by the looks of this, look at that injector, that first one, compared to the second, third, and look at that fifth one. Those look like they've been replaced. So somebody's been worked on this engine in the past. Well, I'm going to go ahead and have all of them checked regardless. And well, Well guys, on this one we have to remove the injector harness. I don't want to damage it while I'm removing the injector, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off, get it out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and get those injectors off. Let me see if I can show you the harness. This little wire, push it out of the way and pull the harness off. The same for all 6. And it's a T30, guys. I don't work on these engines, hardly ever do, and I do forget some of the things, but I was a little off on that one. I'm going to be a little off on a few things on this engine. Like I said, I don't work on them every day, so there we go. Missing a bolt on the 4th injector. That little rail's missing a little bolt. There's one. There's 2. I'll show you in a bit. All right. Well guys, I hope you can see this. This is injector 6. 3 injectors came out the same way. The little crush is alright, it's in place. Cup is not burnt or nothing. The seals are all in place. But check this out guys. Look at this. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see this, but look at all those score marks on the side of that ring. I mean, I can just imagine what the cup looks like, because this thing was forced into that cup, and well, I can just imagine the damage inside. But this little ring is completely bent out of shape. Let me show you. Hold on one second. Sorry about the clarity, guys. I know it's not that clear. I mean, it's like 10:30 at night, so check that out, guys. Completely bent out of shape. Let me take one of the ones that came out, you know, looking a little bit better than this, so I can show you the difference. Give me one second. This is number 1. The ring is in place. Let me take it off so I can show you. bear with me guys. This, I mean, my hands are all full of oil. I mean, they're all oily. It's slipping, so I'm trying to use my fingernails just to get this sucker out of. I'll show you in a bit. Let me go ahead and get this off. Okay, this is what the damaged one looks like. See, it's and this is what it's supposed to look like. Huh? See that? So now we know that these injectors were part of the problem. So let me go ahead and continue taking this apart. We're still going to go ahead and do what the owner said. He wants an in-frame, so that's what we're going to give him. So let's go ahead and continue taking this thing apart, guys. Well guys, let's go ahead and loosen up those bolts, those head bolts, and go ahead and see if we can pry that head off. I'm going to do it in time lapse, guys. I'll do normal recording once we start putting it together. Right now I ain't showing you guys much. I'm just tearing this thing apart. When we start putting it together, I will take it a little slower and try and point out the things that have to be done or checked or looked at. I will go through all the torque settings once we put it back together. And well, I'm gonna see if I can finish this one by Friday, guys. It is Sunday. I'm gonna see if I can finish this one in 5 days. Parts are in already. The only thing I need to get done is injectors checked, which should be no more than a day. And the cylinder head, that's the one that's going to take us a little while. I mean, I'm hoping I can get it back on Wednesday. Take it in tomorrow and get it back on Wednesday. For whatever reason, if they hold me up, well then, whatever the machine shop, depending on how long it takes them, that's how, I mean, I'm going to need an extra 2 days after that to finish this one off, so we'll see what happens, guys. Well guys, the head's off. All the cylinders look, well, I mean, that's the way they look. I mean, black. There's a little bit of pulling on them. That's when I loosened the head, oil went in it. Let me go ahead and show you the head. That's the one that I think was giving us problems. All right, there's the top part of the head. Those are your valve springs. And let me show you this, guys. Head gasket. Look at that, guys. This leads me to believe that there was quite a bit of seeping going from those rings, sealing rings, over to your coolant little ports on the head. Head gasket, it doesn't look like it's ever been replaced. Well, I mean, who knows, but I mean, if it was, it's pretty old. I'll clean this up a little bit, see if I can see any signs of coolant seeping through those sealing rings on the cylinder head to piston. And there's your head. Gasket materials left on it. I'm still going to take it in. They're going to check it for cracks, surface it, and install those cups. So this is how far we've gone. Well guys, I can't really see that well, but I'm pretty sure you can see that little ring mark. That's where the injector seal hits a cup. Let's look at this one. That one, it's got some debris in it, some insulating little junk from the engine cover fell in there. can't really tell. The light's not helping much. Oh, look at all that gunk in there. I don't know if you can see all those little scratches at the beginning. Well, they're still going to get removed and replaced. So, well guys, the cylinder head's off. Well guys, I didn't want to make this too many videos, so I decided to just kind of tear it all apart and show it on in one video. As you can see, my liners are out, pistons are out, head is off. I mean, this thing is ready to be cleaned up, and well, we already got the kit. I'm not going to get started on it today. There's plenty to do, cleaning all this crap up, painting it. I kind of tested out paints, and I'm going to go with this Pontiac blue. It's close to what the engine should be, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. I got all this junk to clean up. All these, I got to clean up the little lip on the inside where the actual seal mates to it. Then I got to clean the seat where the new sleeves are going to sit on. Check it with the dial gauge. Make sure that the height of the liner is correct. And I'll go ahead and start the next video once we got all this junk cleaned up and ready for assembly. Alright, hopefully I can get assembly hopefully in 2 videos. I don't want to make them too long, but I just want to show you guys that we completely tore this sucker apart. Liners, everything is off. Now well, we're just going to go ahead and clean this up and get ready for reassembly. Well guys, that's going to be it for tonight. I did as much as I could. I've probably been on it for what, maybe 4 hours, give or take. So I think we've done enough. We'll just go ahead and continue on this one tomorrow. Well guys, do appreciate you guys watching. Like and comment.